My cousin is furious that I caught the bouquet at her wedding. When our grandmother died, she left her engagement ring to me instead of to my older cousin, and my cousin hasn't spoken to me since. I found out about the wedding from my mom asking me if my invitation arrived, and I seemed to be the only one not surprised that I wasn't invited. So when her name lit up my phone 2 weeks before the ceremony, I almost didn't pick up. My mom is forcing me to invite you, and your mom is going to force you to show up, so we're going to do this the way I want, she said, venom seething through her voice. Ceremony only. You sit in the back row. You leave before the reception starts. You are not to be noticed. Understood? I agreed, thinking maybe if this went well, we'd have a chance at patching things up. I followed every single rule she gave me. I sat in the last view where nobody could see me, and I kept my head down during the entire ceremony while everyone else craned their necks to watch the vows and dabbed at their eyes with tissues. When the ceremony ended, I tried to catch my cousin's eye so I could congratulate her, but she looked right through me like I wasn't even there and turned away to hug someone else. My aunt grabbed my arm before I could get closer. Leaving now would be so rude. Just stay for dinner, she whispered. She doesn't want me at the reception, I said. My aunt waved me off. She's being dramatic. Family doesn't abandon family at weddings, she said. She pulled me into the reception hall before I could argue, and sat me at a table in the corner with distant relatives I barely knew. I kept watching for a chance to approach my cousin and tell her she looked beautiful, but every time I stood up, someone grabbed my arm or blocked my path or waved me back down. I finally spotted my cousin near the bar and started to stand, but she saw me moving toward her and immediately turned her back and walked in the other direction. Why aren't you dancing? My mother said when she found me at my table. I'm trying to find a moment to talk to her, I said. She grabbed my wrist hard. Stop being antisocial. You're embarrassing me, she said. She dragged me onto the dance floor for one slow song that felt like it lasted an hour. When it ended, I spotted my cousin standing alone by the gift table and I started walking toward her. She looked up and saw me coming and her jaw tightened and she leaned over to her maid of honor and whispered something while staring directly at me. The maid of honor stepped in front of her like a bodyguard. I stopped walking. Then the DJ announced the bouquet toss and my aunt physically pushed me toward the group of women gathering on the floor. I really can't do this, I said. Stop making everything difficult, she said. She shoved me into the crowd. I tried to stand in the very back behind everyone else where no bouquet could possibly reach me. My cousin walked to the front of the room with her back turned and I watched her wind up and throw. The bouquet sailed over everyone's outstretched hands, too far, too high, and it came straight at my face. I caught it on pure reflex because the alternative was getting hit in the teeth. The room exploded with cheers and everyone turned to look at me. I immediately searched for my cousin. She had spun around to see who caught it and her face twisted with rage. I tried to hold the bouquet out to her, but she was already shoving through the crowd. Give it back right now, she said when she got right in my face. Take it, I don't want it, I said. I pushed the bouquet toward her. She slapped it out of my hand so hard the flowers exploded across the floor. You couldn't let me have one day without making it about yourself? She screamed. I've been trying to talk to you all night to tell you congratulations, I said. She shoved me with both hands into the champagne tower behind me. The whole thing came crashing down in an explosion of glass and champagne that soaked my legs. People screamed and scrambled backward. I stumbled sideways and my hip hit the cake table. She lunged at me with her hands going for my throat and I ducked and she went over me and face first into her own 4-tier wedding cake with a wet, heavy crash. She came up covered in buttercream from her veil to her waist, screaming, and came at me again. Her new husband grabbed her around the waist. She thrashed against him. Get off me! I'm going to kill her! She shrieked. Stop! Everyone is watching! He said. She elbowed him in the stomach and broke free. I ran for the exit and she chased me with her heels smacking the floor behind me and her mother screaming her name from somewhere in the crowd. I made it through the double doors and into the parking lot and then I stopped and turned around. She burst through the doors and froze when she saw me just standing there with my arms at my sides. Her new husband came through right behind her with his mother and his father. She was standing in front of all of them with her wedding dress destroyed and frosting dripping down her face. Her new father-in-law looked at her, then looked at me, then looked back at her. What in God's name is wrong with you? She didn't have an answer for him. She returned my wedding gift to my house unopened. It was the ring.